Well, hello. Here I am back in the saddle. Now, I am going to give you a look at some of these pictures. Some of them you've seen before. I don't really want to get into it. I got some music for you. Let's play the music. Here you go. Whoop. What? I guess you can't find the file, huh? Well, that didn't work. Okay, fine. Here we go. Look at this. First of all, we've got the Rashad structure. And as you can see, the Rashad structure lays in a line of strikes. And I do believe that if you take a good look at the Rashad structure itself, you might conclude that it's a crater. I don't conclude it's a crater. But guess what? I do think it's something more. You know, I never really got into the electric universe before. And I never really I never cared much about whether we were living in an electric universe or not. But, you know, I don't believe that the Rashad structure is a dome geology. I'm going to try to find a picture of it. I got a bunch of pictures here. Let me just show you every picture I've got. Eye of Horus, right? Eye of Horus. Well, I don't really believe it's the Eye of Horus. Why can't I go back? It's like I can't go back. Let me try my arrows. That's weird. What's this all about? Oh, that's the whole thing. Okay, I got it. I wanted to get a poster going like that. This is the one I wanted to show you, and I've shown before, but as you can see, there's 1, 2, 3, 4 rings here. Now 4 rings, including the outer ring. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4 rings inside, and there could be what is considered a center island, or maybe not. I don't really care too much. Because in my opinion, when the lightning struck this car, it created magma. It turned the metal into liquid, and it created these rings, these ripples. And, you know, I think that that's what the Rashad structure is. The thing is that you've got this one anomaly right here that makes it seem like it's not quite the ring. Oh, maybe I shouldn't have started this video. This is the upper crater, and I don't know the age of this crater. And this is the Rashad structure. What is this? This is, I'm pretty sure this is the Tenamore crater, if I'm not mistaken. And then you've got this crater here, which I believe is also the Tenamore crater. And then there's the Rashad structure right there. Now, that's not a crater, but what you do have is 1, 2, 3, and then look here, a 4th ring. It's kind of hidden under the cliff over here, but you can see that 4th ring is coming out right here. Now, this is 50 miles wide, 23 and a half from this to this, but if you do the whole thing, it's a 50 miles. 23 and a half kilometers. What could have created this? I don't really believe in gods too much, but I am checking into the Anunnaki theories, and I don't know if you can really call them gods as much as maybe demigods or giants or ETs, but I don't believe that anything could have made this except for a Carrington event. You take a look at the rings. You take a look at the centrifugal similarity here. And by the way, there's an interesting little structure here, a little stairwell maybe. I mean, this is present day right now. And I know that this is a little bit exaggerated in terms of altitude, because when you look at it, you don't have to climb these tall mountains. This is exaggerated. I think this is LiDAR. But you can still see the anomaly quite clearly. It's a perfect circle, and it's removed mountains. In addition to these mountains, you can see something happening over here. I believe that was the end of Atlantis right there. I believe this was Atlantis, and I believe that it was created by a Carrington event, an electrical charge, a discharge, perhaps Planet X, but it could have been from a comet. That's too big for a comet, in my opinion. You can't get a 50-mile wide thing from a comet, but a discharge from a planet, that's a different question now. So you've got a crater right in the middle of it. The crater that's over here that I can't reach right here, that one, I believe you're talking about basically a line of craters. One of them is a little old. But look at this thing. It's a perfect circle. What makes a perfect circle in the middle of mountains that are now disappeared? You can see that you've got the alluvial fans flowing into this floodplain. But that doesn't hide the fact that that's a perfect arc. And when I'm talking about an arc, I'm not talking about Michelle's arc. That's an interesting line that goes straight across right there. You know, you can't see this stuff when you're looking at Google Maps. So some of these pictures here are quite interesting. This has been filled with mud. I think that the crater hit and it immediately filled with water. And you can see what could have been basically the first concentric ring of water filled with mud as well. So you've got basically these rings and these pits filled with water. How can it not be this type of thing? I don't understand. I mean, dome geology just doesn't make sense. All right, I'm going to go see if I have any comments so far. I don't know what I've got. I'm really getting tired of using YouTube. I think I need to find a different way. I want to start a second. I am already starting a second YouTube channel. Let me find out where I'm at here. Let's go to videos. I got a lot of videos about this house I'm working on, but it's not really what I want. You know, it's what I think that... Where's past live streams, I guess, huh? Or current live streams. Live now. There you go. Boom. A quick game? No! It's not a quick game. I never named it, did I? I gotta pay attention. I got a lot of... Okay. Oh, hi. Way deep inside. Thank you for joining. Let me quickly change the... Thank you for your thumbs up. Let me quickly change the name to Impacts. Extraterrestrial Impacts. I think that what we've got here when we look at... By the way, I'm doing this on my notebook up here in Sanger. I usually do it on my desktop in Taipei. But, okay, let's call it ET Impacts. Let's use a capital I. Impacts. I've been watching more and more videos. Yeah, I love that thumbnail, right? Love that. Is that the thumbnail? Probably not. I think the thumbnail is probably that weird... what was that thumbnail? Okay, well, anyways, let's go back to these pictures. I know I've shown you a lot of these already. What is this? Is this going to show me? See? Not going to work. I'm going to throw that away. Put that in the trash. My music didn't work. Let's put that in the old... What's going on here? Cannot find this item. Fine. What's wrong? Nothing's working here. Okay, Randall Carlson talked about this anomaly. He said Mars system and displacement of ring dike by fault. That's what he wrote. He said Gabronic ring dike right there. So we've got the first ring here. Actually, this is the first ring of water, and this is the second ring. Kimberlite plug. I never saw that. But apparently these are magnetic correlations of the Richat structure. So what happened here? This magnet, this was a big magnet that attracted not just what I'm talking about here, this crater. We're not talking just about this. We're also talking about the whole thing. How did it get formed? Do you really believe it's dome geology? How wide is a typical volcano? A typical volcano is a lot skinnier than 50 miles wide. If this really was Atlantis, then I really believe that we've got a possibility that not only was it struck the first time, but I think the second time from the impact. And we do have craters. By the way, this one here, we never talked about this either. This. Okay, by the way, don't mind this weird thing. I don't know what that's talking about, but that ring right there, I believe, was an impact strike as well. So boom, boom, right? They're both the same width. I've got pictures of them all here. I'm sorry I'm not very organized, and yeah, I had a little bit to drink. People ask me again and again if I ever thought about this as the Eye of Horus. Well, honestly, I don't really think so. I think that, okay, so this is the north and this is the south, so you've got the same thing. I don't think that we're looking at an eye here. I think we're looking at a Carrington event, a major Carrington event, something that really changed the whole mountainside. We've got a bolt of lightning that's 50 miles wide hitting the earth, and it's not really a lightning because lightning starts from Earth. But if you talk about the Carrington event idea, the discharge. Well, I did a video 2013 with I forgot his name, Plasma Dave, and he went over these Carrington events. And I'll tell you what, I did a search of lightning strikes on cars, and you didn't see simple rings like this. You saw some major stuff going on. So this is like a lighter hit. This is a lighter charge. So I think that maybe if the gods, Zeus or Poseidon, did have the power to control these charges, then search it yourself, I don't know if I believe in gods or mythological gods. I don't know that. I don't. It doesn't hit logical things for me. But what I do believe is that we've got these rings that are exactly 1, 2, 3, 4, and then in the middle. I think that's 1, 2, 3, 4 total. So you've got the outer ring, which is the outer 50-mile diameter ring of the whole Rishat structure. Look how wide the gap is between there compared to the Rishat structure itself. That's the Tenamore crater. So here, 50 miles wide. Look at the thickness. But we do have that other ring here that I never actually noticed until I saw this picture. And I wonder, is this ring, how can you call this dome geology? How can you call it that? Because if you've got what happened to all this mass? What happened to all this vacant area here? It doesn't just disappear. If it's a volcano, this would rise up, but it doesn't. It dips down. This is the opposite of a volcano. So don't tell me this is dome geology created by volcanic action. Plato says that this was created by the hands of the kingdom and the kings throughout the generations from Poseidon down to the final cataclysmic event. But this anomaly in the middle, that's not part of the picture, is it? So what took out those mountains? It's a crater. It's a strike. If it was full of water, then, and by the way, there's a little bit of an etch here on the north side, and this is north right there. That's east. There's nothing here. So I don't know. I'm not going to bet my life it was Atlantis. But what else could the Egyptians have been talking about? This one really is telling to me. This one really is telling because you've got 3/4 of a ring, and it's got thick mountains, and you've got this ring. So this ring was created, but suddenly, boom, you've got this anomaly. Of course, Randall Carlson thinks that it was somewhere out here. But according to what Plato wrote, I mean, the so-called southern plain, or it was bigger than Spain. It was as big as half of Spain. So you can't say that these were previously the plains of Atlantis. I mean, you're looking at the Plato seamount here, the Atlantic or Atlantis seamount here. But again, you don't have... I don't believe that 10,000 years ago that this could have been it. The cruiser seamount. You've got all these little... And they're all underwater. These are not islands. Great meteor. That's kind of weird. I don't remember that name. I thought that this was the Plato. So Plato is so small. Atlantis is so small. And when you examine these under Google Earth, you don't see any chance of any rings or anything. No, I believe that when Plato wrote that Atlantis was beyond the Pillars of Hercules, it didn't mean straight west as opposed to outside of the Pillars of Hercules. And what's a ship to do but follow the land, and you get to the ancient Tamanrasset River. I know, I've talked about this again and again, haven't I? However, when Plato talks about mud, well, the Egyptians told him that, or Solon was told this by the Sais Egyptian priests reading the script from the walls of the Sais temple. They said it was unable to reach from a barrier of mud, an impassable barrier of mud. Well, why would that be in the middle of the Atlantic Ocean when it could have been right here? Look at that arc. That is it says in Arabic, the Sebket el Guelb. And, you know, I kind of wondered about this word, Guelb, because I looked it up. I didn't get much from Google Translate, but when you look at the other one, not that. This is interesting. It's a great picture. I think it says a lot. This is I don't know where this is actually, but it is in the Sahara Desert somewhere. And what you see is walls and ancient, basically some type of a dwelling or a temple or something that used to be around. And what I really like are these corners, because you see a perfect circle. What's creating that circle? Is it a rock? Is it a column? Because you see these circles that look just like this all over the Rashat structure. Oh, I should just be doing this. Okay, let's do this. 2.2 kilometers. That's the same as that other one that's out there. What's this one? This is I think this is Tenamore, but I could be wrong. What's going on outside? I got some lights blinking outside. This is that one right next to the Rashat. It's got a very weird texture to it because, I mean, if you look at this, the green here is 1900 feet. The red is only 62 feet higher. So it goes up, across, and then kind of back down a little bit, about 40 feet, the yellow and the green, 1919. So there's a big old pit in the middle of it. What I think it was another crater filled with mud, but then baked by the sun over years and years, and it just collapsed like a cake in the oven. Where are we? This is another thing I found nearby, the Rashat. It doesn't really look like a crater to me, but why is it round? Why is it a perfect meter across? Is it just a dip? We really don't know what's going on. Back to that crater next to the Rashat. There's the outline. You can see when you see these are cliffs. So this is like a donut-shaped platform, and you've got a hole in the middle that's a cliff, and then you've got this outer cliff. The funny thing about this is that it's going right in a row. The Temeshat, the Tenamor, and the Rashat. Maybe that's what I had up there was the Temeshat. Maybe this was the Temeshat right here. Can check at 20.24, negative 12. That's in Mauritania still, but the Atar crater Auelol. Yeah, that's the one that's actually, this is only half a kilometer wide. This one's right there too. Now, one of the things that I'm still trying to figure out was that Randall Carlson said that there's megabrecta in the Rashat structure that's been carved like 100,000 years ago. So people have been around there for hundreds and thousands of years. I don't really know what he was talking about when he brought that up, but I'm curious because he said that this is a man-made stone in the middle of nowhere. All right, I just had the spontaneous desire to do a quick video. Didn't really have any new points except I have been watching a lot of really interesting history stuff, Anunnaki related, gold mines in South Africa, Michael Tellinger. It's really an incredible concept. Sorry, I don't have a. I'm looking for the thing. If we go over to, let me see if anybody's talking to me. I should have checked it before, right? Who's chatting? Who's chatting? That's it? Live. Here we are. Oh no, why is my money off? See? This is what bugs me about YouTube. Oh, monetization off. Why? Why would my monetization be turned off? Stupid. Okay, let's try this one more time. Can I, okay, here we go. Sorry about that. Let's see what you had to say. If we have any talks. Hi, les conquérants, les conquérants, les conquérants, les conquérants. Hey, Zhongzhou Wang. Way deep inside. Yeah, how many people are watching now? 5? Thank you for those thumbs up. That means a lot to me. Yeah, so we can take a look at it. Let's open up Google Earth now. I had a problem with the memory on this computer. I don't know if I'm sharing the whole screen, but I believe I am. And we can zoom in there and take a look at all these craters. Now I can show you. I got a weird light blinking outside. Google Earth takes forever. Come on, Google Earth, hurry up. Yeah, that's what you get when you you link your phone to your notebook to the phone instead of going directly. You can see it already. You know, I found the Eye of the Sahara 10 years ago, even more now. And I immediately said, wow, that looks like an eye. And I looked it up, Eye of Africa, and it immediately popped up. But I didn't think about it being possibly, I didn't know much about Atlantis. So here you've got a 50-mile wide circle. It looks like it's been impacted by electricity. This is, and probably not very young. Then you've got this one here. This one right here is the same width as this one over here. 2 kilometers wide both. I mean, that's actually a little bit bigger. Wait, I think that's 4 kilometers if I recall. And then down here you've got another one over here. I always get lost looking for this one. It's about here. I think I found it. right about here. And then the Tennemore crater I can find as well. I don't know. This one is hard to find. It's always difficult for me to find. It's on the other side of that ridge, though, so it's over here somewhere. Let's take a look over here. Oh, there it is. See, I found it. Now, this is only half a kilometer wide. This is the Aulol. And it's, look at the name, Glebe. Okay, so it's a different word, G-L-E-I-B. And according to this, it's pretty old. So, you know, according to this, it's older than Atlantis, according to Wiki or whatever. But who knows what you can believe anymore. The Tennemore crater's right here. Takes me a while to find it. There you go. And then if you go up, you can just line them up, and that Tennemore crater and the Eye of the Sahara, there's another crater right over here. Kind of hard to find. I don't usually search for this one. I don't usually get this one. It's been a while. It's way up here somewhere. I call this the Fish Mountain. I don't know what it really is anymore. I mean, it's this big, huge, just thing sticking out of the sand going down both sides of it. In my opinion, the Taman Reset, which came right here and then went up, and went around and came out here. The Eye of the Sahara had a connecting canal right there. Why would that be like this coming from over here? Maybe this way. Maybe this was the river. But to me, this was a big body of water at one point in time. Large bodies of water here, here, here. There's a big shoreline here. What's under the sand? I don't think LiDAR will help much. I really don't. I think it's such an interesting color combination. And what's the true colors? I really want to fly over this. You can see some crazy, crazy shorelines here. Water definitely came up to that point. I've done a lot of videos in the past. I'm starting a new channel, but I just can't resist talking about this. Looking for more? Who's still here? 5 watching now. No more comments. Can't talk all night. Who's that? Martin, somebody replied. Okay, that must not be this. Thank you guys for joining me. Just wanted to do a quick video because it's awfully lonely out here where I'm at. I got really lonely. The TV show's finished and I didn't have anything new to watch. And I was like, well, I've been thinking about this new idea that the Rashad structure, this is not new for me. I actually thought about this a year ago, but it just doesn't make any other sense to me. What else could it have been? What else could this have been? Was this dome geology in the middle of a mountain? Why is the rest of the mountain perfect? Why don't we see other examples of dome geology around the world? We don't. I mean, let's look it up really quick. Examples of dome geology. Rashad structure. Structural dome on Baffin Island. Oblique aerial photo of upheaval dome, Utah. Let's take a look at the upheaval dome in Utah real quick. And then there's the cap of a salt diaper. These are all really small compared to the Rashad structure, right? Is it dome geology? Let's see if we can get the map. Where's the map anyway? Is that the map? That's not a map. Maps. Upheaval Dome, Utah. Let me just change it over to true photos, right? What's today's date? The 15th? I'm getting bugged for topics when I don't. People keep bugging me. So that's dome geology. Upheaval dome. I mean, that's not even a circle. That looks just like that little thing next to the Richat structure, doesn't it? With a donut-shaped, almost crescent. That's dome geology. That's not impressive to me. Let's go to the next one. The next one says structural dome on Baffin Island seen in a planation surface. Let's try that. What is that? Baffin Island. That's it? The structural dome? Do we see? Okay, so I guess that's Baffin Island. I don't really know. Canada's largest island with many parks. Well, where's the structural dome? It didn't even pop up. Let's go to the oblique aerial photo of upheaval dome. No. Cap of a salt diaper at Cape Breton. Let's just go to Nova Scotia. Cape Breton, Nova Scotia. Let's see if we can find anything here. And do you see any, before we navigate away, do you see any circles here? Baffin Island. I mean, I'm not seeing anything circular. Let's just go around the whole island real quick. Is that part of it? I'm just not seeing it. Let's go to the search and let's go into here, Dome Geology, Wikipedia. See what Wikipedia says about it. Because so far I'm not very impressed with this whole term, dome geology. There's Baffin Island. This is upheaval dome. We already looked at that. This is the cap of a salt diaper at Cape Breton. This is the best you can do. That's it. I don't really see any dome geology there. Can we open that up in a map? I don't know. I don't even know what we're looking at here. That's it right there. I mean, this is like not even a mile. Salt, I want to say diaper, Cape Breton. I don't see anything there that's really useful. Where's the maps? Well, here we go. Let's go there. Let's go here. Well, that's the so-called Utah one. What? That's it? Oh, man. Wow, it's 9:39. I'm feeling so tired. I'm gonna go to sleep soon. So, yeah, I don't really know what they're talking about, but it just doesn't make sense. Because the Eye of the Sahara. By the way, some of the first videos from New Earth showed lots of ancient roads up here in this Canadian area. I think it's pretty cool, and I'm actually more interested in these ancient walls down here. If the gold mines that Anunnaki created man to mine from are down here, and I don't know where they are exactly. I should look that up real quick. But if you go to Lesotho and you cruise around, you see these ancient walls, and they look like they could easily be 40,000 years old. I mean, they're all over here. And I have to thank, I forgot his name already, Zero Control, for pointing these out to me, these ancient walls in Lesotho. I mean, you can tell they're ancient. These lines, they're not these really. I mean, this could be part of it, but these ancient walls that definitely have to go back over that again with him. I talked to him today about it, and I want to talk to him more. and I want to compare the distance, because if humans came out of Africa, there was an ancient civilization here 40,000 years ago. This is too slow. I gotta take some screenshots. Okay, this is taking too long. Back to our conversation. I know what Tamanrasset River is. Thank you, though. I Googled it already. I know all about the Tamanrasset River. Thank you, though. F-U, 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 F-U. Not an insult. That's your name, right? Yeah, but I agree. The Tamanrasset River went right along the north side of the Eye of Africa. The Tamanrasset River, I know where it went. Actually, according to what they're saying, it went through. I know where it came out. It came out right here by this bank of mud, that similar to the mud that Plato talked about. That's a 20-kilometer bank of mud right there, and it's still there after 10,000 years. That little black circle, when you zoom in, you're like, what is it? It's hard to see what this is. It's kind of like a mountain. It's kind of hard to see what's going on here, but the ancient Tamanrasset apparently went on this side of it, right there. So it was very far away from the Eye of Africa, but it came down over here. So who's to say? And that's why I had these pictures here. That's why I had these pictures here. Where's that one picture I had of the Mississippi River to kind of demonstrate? Let me go back over there, sorry. To kind of demonstrate how complex a river system is. I mean, when you look at the Mississippi River here coming out, you don't have a lot of rivers on the right and the left. I'm not saying that means anything. I'm just saying that you've got no incoming rivers from Texas or even really Mississippi, except for the Yazoo. But you get up away from the ocean a little bit, and it starts to split off. And you've got all sorts of different directions, rivers. The Tennessee River, the Ohio River. All these rivers. Now, the Sahara Desert definitely doesn't have any rivers now, but according to ancient maps, these rivers were going all over the place, from all the way over to the Nile. And I think that a different video can get into that. But if you think about how a river really works, gathering, and the big river, the Tamanrasset, was a big river. It's definitely a big river. It's probably a mile wide, like the Mississippi River. The Mississippi River is a mile wide. Maybe in some places it's wider, in some places it's not, but I just think that the Tamanrasset going across the Sahara Desert definitely would have gathered up a lot of water and spit it out right here. What caused the Sahara Desert? There's so many questions we have, right? The thing that we should be looking up is Michael Tellinger's gold mines. Michael Tellinger. I think I'm spelling it wrong. Oh, that's a map. I better search it in here. Let's see if I can come up with something. I think it's Telling... Okay, there it is. Tellinger gold mines. Those are, I think, in South Africa. Vanished gold mining in YouTube. Okay, African temples of the Anunnaki. Pinterest.com. I'll show you a quick picture of them. Pinterest is photos, right? So we'll see. This is just okay, so there's one of them. And he's discovered these weird things. He claims that they were gold mines. The lost technologies of the gold mines of Enki. So look that up and think about the idea that, where's my map? Those were about here, I think. I think they were right here. And when you go to Lesotho, check out Zero Control. Was it Zero Controls? He kind of deleted his YouTube videos that he was doing, but he showed some walls through Lesotho that were super ancient, like easily 40,000 years old. And this is supposed to be when this gold mining was happening. Then humans came out of Africa. So I'm not saying that that's the narrative that I believe as far as adaptation from monkeys. But what I do think is that it's a lot of questions to be asked. Okay, I'm blathering on. So I do thank you for that comment, FU. See if we got any new videos here. Thank you, Martin Bonilla, who's given me this. I don't know what you're referring to. Unfortunately, I kind of got into a negative mode of watching First Amendment auditing videos instead of doing these videos like I should be. I have 6 people watching now, and that's awesome. Thank you so much. 5 thumbs up. Thank you. Thank you so much. And I'm glad this is working. So this is where I'm headed with this. I'm starting a new channel. The new channel is here. Let me find it for you so you can know what the channel is called. I've got it right about here. If I can find it. It's way down here, I guess, right? Way down here. Way down here. Oh yeah, I want to watch that video. I just can find some of these irresistible. Okay, well, another way you can find it is to go to Ancient Insights. I know that the, Ancient Insights, I kind of stole the idea from Bright Insight. Ancient Insights channel, 20,000 subscribers. Who's this guy? That's not the one. That's me right here. So I got to kind of check that channel out. It's the first time I've seen that. I was looking for other channels with the same name. How do you get 20,000 subs? So go to Ancient Insights, and I've got my logo here. I've got a few videos up, but they're kind of copies of what I've had on my channel. But I'm going to start putting my videos over there instead of here. Please subscribe to it now. Ancient Insights. It's kind of hard. I guess I should probably put this link into the subscription. Let's see if I can do it from here. Did I navigate away? This looks interesting. Who did Cain marry? Biblical cities. Archaeologists found cities for Sodom. So, yeah, this guy's got some interesting stuff. But the question is, should I... Wow. I guess I might think about changing the name of my new channel. All right. Let me put that here before I forget. And then I'm going to log off. Thank you so much. I'll probably change the name or something. But... yeah, I'm kind of heartbroken now because I had never seen that before. There you go. All right, now it's saved in the description. I'm getting out of here. Thank you for your comments. So far, so good. Although I don't see any comments, let me open this up and find out if I have any new comments before I say goodnight. As you can see, it's 9:49 p.m., December 15th. December 15th. Thank you for the comment. Thank you. I have a channel that almost has the name. I don't want to say the name of this channel. It's a random channel, but it's almost very similar to your name. Thank you for the comment. Has anybody played this game? By the way, I hate this ad. It's so stupid. All right. I'm done here. Have a nice evening. I definitely am not finished with ancient history. Maybe I shouldn't have had drinks before I started this. I definitely need to use scripts with my videos. I plan to do that. But this is really the new concept I'm thinking of. I mean, this kind of looks like that donut. Who's to say that that donut wasn't a gold mine? Okay. Have a nice evening. I'm very, very interested in Sumeria, and I knew about Cydonia. I knew about Cydonia when I was 10 years old. I knew about the face on Mars when I was 10 years old. Do I believe it? Well, this is an interesting thing right here. Look at that. Pleiades. I never realized Cydonia did have the shape of Pleiades, but that is actually quite interesting to me. Very, very interesting. Look at that. Is that true? I don't remember it being all clustered like that. So this is Wayne Herschel. I don't really like Wayne Herschel's stuff, but he thinks that Atlantis was in Spain. I think that if you read what Plato wrote, it's clearly not. I think Plato pretty much put it very clearly where Atlantis was. I mean, he mentions so much. He doesn't say that it was out in the middle of the Atlantic. He says that the Diver Islands were out there. So, all right, I got a little sleepy just now, and I feel guilty because I'm not paying attention. Thank you so much for your comments, and I am out of here. Have a nice day. I'm using OBS to do this. I didn't show my face because I'm definitely not in a presentable mode. Have a good evening, folks, and have a nice 14th and 15th. I think that the electoral votes are in, and Biden's the next president. I don't think that Trump has a chance now.